Hey guys, today we are back and I'm actually going to be teaching you guys how to actually make an efficient good deck. We will be using log bait here for example. So first, you want to pick your win condition. So in log bait we got column barrel. So everything kind of revolves around your win condition, and you pick synergies, which are cards that go well with that. So we got Goblin Barrel. It wouldn't be good by itself because if they have a small spell, then they just log it every time or just do this small spell every single time, and you can't really get value out of it. So that's why we add in Goblin Gang and we add in Princess. This is because these synergize well with it, because if they have a small spell, they have to decide whether they want to use it on their Goblin Gang, your Princess, or your Goblin Barrel. And usually they use it on your Goblin Barrel, but if you make a really big push and they use it on one of these, then you get value from it. That's the whole point of that. That's really good offense right there. Then we want defense. So since we have a bunch of Storm cards, and if they say they have like a Wizard or something, like a Mega Knight that just kills all of your Storm cards, that's why we need a card to help defeat that. In this case, we can have Inferno Tower, which it's a building so that it distracts things, first of all, like Hog Riders and stuff. So that's really nice to have in your deck so that it doesn't always just go to your tower. And if you can use it well just to take out those troops, like Mega Knights, P.E.K.K.A.s, anything that's really big that your Swarm cards won't be defending with. Then we want just like a nice and easy cycle deck. So we can just have Ice Spirit just to cycle your deck faster, get to the things you want so that you can get to the win. And it really just helps to distract troops like Mega Knight and stuff. If you place it in front, it can freeze, and it's really good for that. And then, well, what happens if your opponent has a bunch of little spells that can just completely wreck all three of these, and they just can get through every single time, and you're down on damage and you don't know what to do? That is exactly why we also have added Rocket into the deck, because then you can actually start Rocket cycling them if in the end battles, if it gets really, really close, and it is just awesome just to use your Rocket, especially if they place like a witch or something in the back that you don't want to deal with. Then you need a small spell yourself in case they're playing log bait, or it's really good just to have small spells. You have one big one, but you also need a small one just to help you take care of things and cycle as well. So we can use Barbarian Barrel, or you can use Log or something like that, which are really good options, but I'm going to use Barbarian Barrel just because it goes well with me. I have a higher level, and it helps me take out things like Witch that I absolutely hate playing against. Now, for our last card, let me just check really quickly. Oh yeah, it's Knight. So the reason why we have Knight in our deck is because it's like a mini tank. So you can't just have all Swarm cards and just rely on your Inferno Tower, because what if they outcycle you, or they just have a Rocket and they rocket it too? So you have your Knight here to help take out things like Wizards, Witches, like anything that's just like kind of tanky like that, and that can be used to help there. It is also very good to tank for your Goblin Barrel. I don't know if you guys saw my other video about log bait. Go out there and watch it. It gives you really good tips and tricks about what you want to do and how you want to play your log bait game to be a log bait pro. So Knight, what I was saying in that video was basically, if your Knight is going across the bridge, you can Goblin Barrel with it, because then it starts tanking. If they have like something like Snowball or Zap that can't fully counter it, it will still be tanked for, and you will do tons of damage. This is how you get lots and lots of damage racked up, and it is just awesome just to do this, guys. This deck is super good, and if you do have the Evos, I would really recommend Evo Knight and Evo Goblin Barrel, just because the Knight can just tank for things, especially really good for pushes, offense and stuff, but it's also very good on defense if you're just trying to stall it out to get more elixir or something. And then the Goblin Barrel, the Evo Goblin Barrel, applies so much pressure, just going both dual lanes and stuff. It's just awesome. The only reason I don't have it in there is just because I only have Evo Ice Spirit, but if you have that too, it's still good, but I'd recommend those two. So this is how you build a deck, guys. If you want to do anything like else like that, like Royal Recruit synergize with Royal Hogs, because both you can do them dual lane, and it just adds a tons of pressure. And E-Golem goes well with Battle Healer and Elixir. I mean, Electro Dragon. Like, you guys just have to find synergies and things that match up well. And then remember, I always like to say, usually you want 1 to 2 spells in your deck just to help you take care of those things. It's just really good to have spells in there. If you don't have any spells, you need to get a spell in your deck. And if you, and I'm not saying this goes for every single deck, but usually it's good to have a building in your deck, because it's way harder to defend with without a building, like things like Hog Rider, because you have to overspend, and if they pressure other lane or just pressure you in general, it just gets very bad. And then if you get spam a bunch of things down and it gets clogged up, they can just spell it away, and it can be very bad for you. So I would recommend at least 1 or 2 spells, a building, mini tank, swarm card, and you 100% need a win condition. If Goblin Barrel was replaced for something like Tombstone, and maybe Rocket was in here, and it was say like Monk or something, Log Bait would not work. How would you get to the tower? How would you get there? And the whole deck is based on a win condition. Don't just put a bunch of cards in there, slap down a win condition and call it good, because you're not going to win like that. You need synergies, and you need to get spells and buildings. So that is how you build a deck, guys. Let me